Hey Pretty Builders. Today is an exciting tutorial. I'm going to be teaching you how to set up a course in your Pretty Dashboard. Now, as you may know, Pretty Dashboard is a website builder, so it's not necessarily a course platform, but we've built it in a way that you can create courses on your Pretty Dash through funnels and memberships. So I just want to explain the difference real quick between having a course that's inside of your website or inside of a funnel. We are going to be creating your course inside of a funnel, but we're going to be putting it inside of your website. And if you're confused, that's totally okay. You'll see what I mean soon. But the only difference is that if you create your course inside of a funnel, your funnel is going to be separate from your main website. So it'll have its own email list, it'll have its own domain name, it'll have its own everything. Whereas if you create it in your funnel and then put it inside of your website, and you'll see me put it inside the website so you'll know what I mean. And we will also be putting out a tutorial that shows you how to put it in its own funnel. But today we'll be putting it inside of your website. So when you put the funnel inside of your website, it takes on the same email list and everything inside of your main website. So that way you can keep your email list and everything connected. Now, it doesn't have its own domain name. It will be prettydash.co/whatever you want it to be, but it's nice to be able to have it inside of your website because, like I said, you can share the contacts, share the emails and everything's a little more connected. If you want your course to have its own domain name, you'll just create it in the funnel and not put it inside of your website. And once the tutorial for the course outside of your website and just its funnel by itself, I will put the link below for you to enjoy as well. Now, you may be a little confused. Don't worry, I'm going to go through step by step on how to create your course in Pretty Dashboard and inside of a funnel. So let's get started. All right, first things first, we're going to create a new funnel and we're going to put it inside of our website. So head up here to My Sites and Funnels, click Create a Funnel, and choose one of the online course funnels that are already pre-populated for you. You can, once you know how to do this, you can create your own funnel and make your course look however you want. But for now, we're just going to use one that's already created. That way it's super simple for you to just drag and drop your information into this already pre-populated funnel course. So we're going to choose this one. It's a shorter sales page and it has a one-click upsell. We don't necessarily need to do the upsell today. I just want to show you how to create the course. So we're going to go ahead and select that. We will name the funnel test for now, and we will let that populate. So as you can see right now, this is its own website. It's got its own domain name and it's separate from everything. It has its own email list, its own contact, everything. But I want to put it inside of my website so that way it takes on the contacts and information we already have in our main website and we don't have to start from scratch and put a whole new domain name in here and everything. So to do that, click up here again and we find our funnel right here. Click the little gear icon here and put move to website in this project. And so I have, obviously, Pretty Dashboard is the website I want it to be inside of, so I'm going to choose that website. So now this funnel is inside of this website. As you can see, now the domain name is prettydash.co/funnel. Now you can quickly change that information here. As you can see, this is the name of the website test and the domain is prettydash.co/funnel. We want to change that. So click settings and then click domain. So now we can change this URL to whatever we want. So in this case, we're just going to put test, but you can put whatever you want. So now it's prettydash.co/test and the name is still test, so we'll change that as well. So you always want to make your funnel name what your funnel is. So if it's a course about lashes, you could put, my lash course right there, but we're just going to leave it as test right now and go from there. So we'll save those settings and we will move on to the next step. Now, before we start editing the actual course itself and adding the information into it, I always like to start with the back-end stuff first. That way we don't have to work backwards. So in Pretty Dashboard, as I said, it's not a typical course platform, so we create everything through the use of member groups and member access. So when someone purchases this course, they will get put into the certain member group that you specify, and only those people can see the course pages. So we're going to go set up the member group right now. You're first going to click contacts. Then you're going to see here, you can see all the different groups you have. We're going to add a new group for test. And that is our member group that when someone purchases, they will get put into this member group and they will be able to see the pages that we specify, which will be the course that we're creating. Okay, after you've done that, we'll move on to the next step. Now we're going to go create the product that they're going to purchase, which is your course, that will put them inside of this member group. So we'll head up here to store. We're going to click products. We're going to click add product, membership. So again, we'll just put test here. You can fill all this information you want about your course and everything. But since the funnel has its own checkout, it doesn't really matter that much. We just need the product itself to be able to create the checkout in your funnel that will have this product in it. But go ahead and fill this information out, put a picture, do all of that stuff, put the price. If you want to have it as a subscription product where they pay monthly for it, you can do that. Or if you connect Stripe to your store, you can actually have Afterpay, Klarna, and Affirm set up in Stripe itself, so that way they can make multiple payments. But you can also create your own subscription payment product in Pretty Dash itself. But this is the gold right here. So as I said, when they purchase this course product, they're going to get put into that test member group, and then we will set each of the course pages to be able to be accessed by people in that test group. So the group we want to put them in when they purchase this is test, and everything else we don't need to do anything for, so we will just go ahead and click save changes. Okay, let's move on to the next step. All right, now that we've got some of the back-end things done, let's head back to the builder and start editing the sales pages and the checkout pages and everything else in your course funnel. So click builder, and then we are going to click funnels, and we will go to our funnel that is inside of our website, which is test. So now you can see here the funnel dashboard. This is all the steps in the funnel, aka they're just different pages that we're going to edit, and they're edited exactly the same as you would edit your main website. It's just set up in funnel format where we start at 1 and we end up at 21, which is the flow of a funnel, which is you want to start at one page and get to an end goal. In this case, it's a course, so we're starting with them purchasing it. They check out, they get a thank you page, they go to their course login page, they go to their course dashboard, and they can access all of these modules and lessons from that course dashboard. So we'll first start with the sales page. So as you can see here, there's a sales page already set up for you. It's optimized for mobile, so all you have to do is go through, change all the text, change the pictures, and you can move on with finishing the rest of your course. So go ahead and fill out all this information, change the pictures. If you want to change background pictures, you just click on the block here, change the picture. You can change your text here. If you want to write something here and change it, you can do that as well. And you can even use the AI feature to have it written for you. So go ahead and do all of that. We will link all of the buttons and everything at the end, so don't worry about that. Just go ahead and change the text, change the pictures, put your information in here, and we will move on to the next step. All right, after you have the sales page done, we're going to move on to the next funnel step, which is right here in the funnel dashboard. And the next step is going to be the checkout. So we'll click on checkout and we will edit this page. Again, same as last time, just change out the pictures and text and everything, add more stuff if you want, put your logo for your course here by just clicking add widget, drag in an image, and put the logo for your course right there. But what we want to edit here is the actual checkout itself. Now, all this is a checkout widget that you can grab right from the widgets and drag into here, but it's already there for you. So all we're going to do is edit a few things here. So go ahead and click on the checkout, click products. Now we're going to add that product that we just created. So instead of the one that's already in there, we're going to go ahead and click test and add that new product that we just created. So now when they're checking out, it's now this test product. For you, it would be your course that you already created. You can add a bump offer into this checkout if you want to, and you can style it however you want. Click save. And we'll edit a few other things. Click on the checkout again and then click settings here. So for the settings, the thank you page, you didn't need to set it in your product. You may have seen that option, but here, since we're in a funnel, we want the thank you page to be the next funnel step, which the next step is a thank you page that we will edit in just a second. So make sure that the thank you page is linked to the next funnel step. You can allow discounts if you want to have codes for your customers that you can also create in your store. You can create discount codes. You can enable them to register. So you definitely want to have that because when they're purchasing this, they're creating a member account. So you want them to be able to do that so they can log in and access your course at any time. And since this is a membership product, you definitely need to have this enabled. You can also click this so it doesn't ask for their address. Since this is a digital good, it'll just be their name, email, and then they set their password so they have an account. Connect to email marketing. This is great because you do have your own built-in emails and automation section. So when they purchase this, you can have them automatically put into a list that you choose. So we'll just add one for right now. So we'll add test list to go along with our test product and everything for this test course. So now when they purchase this product, it's automatically going to put them, and since they've created an account, it will put them into your email list, and you'll have their email now in a specified list that you can email and contact specifically for them, so you can continue to sell things that maybe are more specified to what course they purchased or whatever they purchased. You can also tag them on a new order, just saying, you know, purchased online course, and put the name of the course there. So that way it's just more for in your contacts area, you can see different people and what they purchased and all of that. You can also customize the fields and ask them for other things if you want. So go ahead and click save. Now, I did say that there was an upsell here. We're actually going to delete this upsell out, but if you wanted to have an upsell, this is just another page that you create that you can add another product to. Maybe you have some sort of ebook or workbook that you want them to purchase for a little less money, maybe $10 or something. All you would do is create another product for that, add another checkout onto this page, and you can have an upsell. So when someone clicks continue here, it will bring them to that upsell page and add that to their cart. But we're not going to do that right now. That we have many other videos on our YouTube, which I will link below, that show you how to do upsells. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that out, and we will move on to the next step, which is the thank you page. Okay, let's move to the next funnel step, which is the thank you page. So in our last step where we created the checkout, you specified that the thank you page that they would be brought to would be the next funnel step, and the next funnel step after the checkout is the thank you page, so they will be brought to this thank you page. So as you can see here, you can create your thank you page from scratch, or you can just use what we already have here. You don't necessarily need a video, so you could always just delete that out if you wanted to. You don't need steps, but it's nice to have. People love being told what to do, so you could have that. Click save. And then this button here is going to take them to the next funnel step, which is, as you can see, the course login. It will bring them to the course login page. Now, we're also going to create a button at the top of the page here on the header that they can log into and access their course from. But during this flow, when they're just purchasing, it is nice to have the login right here. That way they can get started right now instead of having to figure out how to find the login and everything. And that's something you could put in your steps here. You could put your login URL here, or you can tell them, you know, this is how you log in next time. Click the little icon at the top of the header. However you want to do that to make it easier on them. But that's essentially all the thank you page is for, is saying thank you and then putting the button here to take them to the next step, which is the login page for them to log into the course. So let's go ahead and do the next page, which is the login page. Okay, let's go to the next step, the login page, and we will edit that. Very simple. You could change this out with your logo. You can put whatever you want here. You know, I put a haven't purchased yet, and then you can link to your sales page from here. But what we want to edit is just the login. So you can get a login from the widgets here. All you have to do is scroll down and find the login and drag it in. But we will edit this now for them to be able to access the course. So we'll click edit on here. And you want to enable login. You don't want to enable registrations because they've already purchased. They're already in a member group. You don't want that to be how they register for the course. You want them to purchase the course. So just enable login only. You could change the button text to whatever you want, but keeping it login is totally fine. And then here you want to have this check, show custom page after login, which again is going to be the next funnel step, which is going to bring them to their course dashboard. So that's all we want here. So go ahead and get that stuff edited, change however you want your login page to look, and we will move on to the next step. Now, I did also mention that there would be a default login page when they click a button that we're going to add up here that takes them to log in to access their member dashboard and access all the courses that they purchase if you have more than one. So there is a default login page. This is just the login page on the funnel itself. But if they were to click login up here, it would bring them to a default login page. So I want to show you how you can edit that as well. So go ahead and click pages here. Scroll down to system pages, and then we're going to click member login registration. So here is your default login page. It's just another login sign-in form, just like before. You can edit it the same way, and you can build it like that. You can add whatever you want here, but if you're only offering courses, I would recommend that when you click edit here, that you don't allow them to enable or register. So again, you might want to turn this enable registration off and you have the default view be log in. And then show custom page after login registration. We're going to actually uncheck that because I'm going to show you how to set it in your member group that we created in the beginning to bring them to a certain page after they log in. So I would uncheck this for course purposes as well. If you have other things on your website and you want people to be able to register, you can totally leave this enabled, and you can also have it show them a certain page when they log in if you have other things other than courses. If you're just doing a course, I recommend turning this off and turning this off, and I will show you how to make it so when they log in, it will bring them to a certain page that they can access your course from. But as I said, if you do have other things other than courses and you have other pages you want people to be able to see or just have an account with you, you can leave the enable registrations and this as well. Just up to you. Okay, so let's move on to the next step where we're going to add the little icon here in the header so that way people can log in and it will bring them to this page. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add a little icon up here to your header so that way people can click on it to log in to your courses, or if you have more than courses, into your website itself, and it will bring them to this main login registration page. So for these purposes, because I am doing it on my own website, I do have a login here. This login brings them to the builder login to log in to be able to edit Pretty Dashboard. But we're going to add in the member login that will bring them to this page. So go ahead and click add header widget, and we're going to click login profile. Now you can have it just be an icon. You can also have it text only, or you could have it icon and text. For these purposes, I'm going to do icon and text. And you can also change the colors here if you want. So go ahead and do that, click save, and we'll move on to the next lesson. Okay, now we're going to head back to the builder here and finish editing the funnel. So we've done these 4 pages. Now we're going to move on to the course dashboard, which is where they will be brought after they log in. So let's go ahead and edit that. As you can see here, you can set it to have its personalization. So that way when it logs in, it will say, welcome to your course, Stephen. Welcome to your course, Ashley. Whoever is a member of your site, it will show the name that they specified when they signed up for your website and your course. You can put announcements here. You could add photos into here. You can delete this completely if you want. It's just here to help you get started if you want. You can add more blocks and create it to be however you want it to look and say and feel for your certain course. These aren't dashboards that are set in stone. This is a create your own platform, so you can do whatever you want for how you want your course to look. You can add workbooks in here. All you would have to do is click the link here and click file and upload the PDF workbook, or however you want to do that. You could link to your Facebook group by clicking link again and putting your external link to your Facebook, or whatever kind of social group you want them to be in, and help. You could create another page maybe that you link to kind of help them with any frequently asked questions, or however you want to direct them to get help. And as you can see here, these are going to be all the modules and lessons listed here. You could even list your lessons here if you wanted to, instead of having its own module page. Depends on how you want it set up. In this course funnel, we have it set to where each module has its own lessons, and each module has its own page with the lessons listed on it. So go ahead and edit your dashboard however you want. We will add the links to your lesson pages later on. This is just to get the look and feel of your dashboard page done for now. So go ahead and do that, and we will move on to the next step. Okay, so now that we've gotten the dashboard page done, now we're going to move on to the modules and lessons. As you can see here, here are the 4 modules, the module page, and then the lessons accompanying with it. So we'll first head to module 1. As you can see, this is just a quick module page that has the lessons listed here as an accordion style. So if we were to preview this page, you would see that it has the lessons listed out. You can link to the lesson pages there, however you want to do that. You can completely get rid of all of this and not even have a module page and just have lessons, however you want to do that. So go ahead and edit this module page. When you've finished editing this module page, you can go ahead and actually, if you want, delete these other module pages and just duplicate this one and drag it down into here. Click Show Settings, rename it so that way it says Module 2 and has the right URL, and that way you don't have to redo everything that's already here. This is just for show purposes. You could delete all of these and kind of just edit each of these and duplicate them. So you already, if you create a different look, or if you just want to keep it how it is, you can just go into each of these and change the text and everything, and you don't have to worry about duplicating them. And then for the lesson, same thing. It's already set up if you want it to be like this, or if you want to change everything, you can again duplicate this lesson page and reuse it again and again, or you could just go into each of the ones that are already created and edit them and put your video in. Okay, so about video, quickly. Video on PrettyDash. We do not host videos. So you can use YouTube, you can use Vimeo. We actually use what's called Spotlighter. I love Spotlighter so much because you can have interactive videos on Spotlighter. It's very inexpensive to use, and I will have that all linked below. But essentially, you're just going to be grabbing the embed code from YouTube or Vimeo or Spotlighter and putting it into this video block that we took from the widget section. So right here is the embed code that I took from Spotlighter. You're just going to put that in there and it will show up right here. Again, with the workbook, you can link to it from a file, put a PDF in there. You could put an audio file, you could put a transcript file if you have that. You can create homework. You can also add in a button here that if you wanted to, that would bring them to the next, the next lesson, or they can just click it from the menu up there. But if you wanted to bring them to the next lesson, it would be the next funnel step essentially. So you could go ahead and just have that selected, and then they could click on the next lesson and go from there. So go ahead and edit all of your lesson and module pages however you want. If you want to just edit the one module page and make it look different, then just duplicate it and make module 2, 3, 4 respectively. And same with the lesson. If you don't like how the lesson page looks itself, this is a choose your own adventure platform. Go ahead and change exactly how all of this looks, and I will show you how to link it all up at the end. Okay, now that you've made all your lesson and module pages, let's head back to the dashboard and link all of that up. So as you can see here, we have module 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you did it separately and you didn't want its own module page and you just wanted to have a few lessons, you could put the lessons in here and have buttons for them. But all I want to show you is how to link to those certain modules. So click on the button, click Edit Link, click Funnel, and then as you can see here, it's already linked, but if you wanted to see, you can see all the different lessons and modules you created here. So we're just going to choose module 1 for that one. We're going to click Edit Link again, go to Funnel, click Module 2. Same thing here, click Edit Link, Funnel, Module 3, click Edit Link, Funnel, Module 4. So now it brings them all to those different modules. If you wanted to have the lessons listed here, as I said, with their own buttons or own links, you could have them brought to their certain lesson pages. So if you had the lessons, you would just click on the button again, funnel, and choose the certain lesson you want it to go to. And then I also wanted to show you on the actual module and lesson pages where you see this menu here to be able to access the other modules or the course dashboard. This is what's called a global column. So essentially I grabbed a menu widget from here, put the menu widget in there, edited the menu, added the different modules and lessons here. So when you look at it in the preview, you can see that you can see each of the modules and lessons here, or the course dashboard. So essentially all that is a menu widget with each of those linked in here. So you would click add menu item and then go through and add the different items there. But what this is a global column. So I can put this column on every single one of the pages and it'll populate this same menu. And so if I change the menu at all, it updates on all of the different pages instead of me having to do this on each page. So in order to create a global column, just click on the column. So each of these are columns essentially. So here's a column, and here's a column. So if I were to click on column, I would check this little button here that says this is a global column. I would create, you could save the current, that's what you would do. You would save current content as a global column. So when I did that, I saved this content, this menu, as a global column. I named it course menu so that way it could be found again on each of the pages. And now I saved it, and now that's what it is. So if you go to these other lesson pages or module pages, you can see that this is the global column as well. So see, it's checked here, course menu. So to do that, and if you were to delete all of this and you wanted to do it over again, just click add block, empty block. This is the column right here. So just click on column. This is a global column, and then select that course menu. And you can see it now right there. So now if I were to change any of this, delete something out, add more modules, it would show up on all of those pages, which is really nice, so you don't have to keep doing it over and over again. And so that's what I did for each of those. So if you did delete it or you want to change things, you can always just add another global column onto any page and choose the right one, and it'll populate the right one. Okay, now let's move on to the next step. All right, now that we've got our course all set up, all the images changed, the videos changed, we have everything linked up. And again, if you ever need any help, do not hesitate to reach out to me, leave a comment below, or just reach out to me at hello@prettydash.co or on Instagram at prettydashboard if you need help at all with creating a course on Pretty Dash. Once you've done it once, it's so much easier than you think. It's just in the beginning, it can be overwhelming because this isn't a course platform. This is a website platform, but we've created it in a way that you can have courses on here and you can save a lot of freaking money without having a course platform that you have to connect to your website. It's all in here. It's all connected. It's all connected to your email, all your contacts, your store, and everything. And you'll save a lot of money every month because our lowest plan is around $50 a month, and you can have courses, so you don't need to have a separate course platform. But anyway, now I want to show you how to set it up to where when someone logs in from this top button here, it brings them to your course or to whatever page you want it to bring them to. If you have more than one course, you could have it bring them to some sort of course dashboard that you create where it links to all the different courses that they have. So we'll head up here to contacts. We'll head over here to the test member group that we created for this course, and then you're going to click show group settings. Now, as you can see here, page to redirect to after login. So when someone logs in from that little login icon, this is the page that it will bring them to. So in this tutorial, I want it to bring them to their course dashboard. But as I said, you can create another page that maybe has more courses on it that they can log into, or however you want it to go. If you don't specify anything, it's just going to bring them to your home page and they'll be able to get to their course dashboard anyway, which I'll show you how that works as well. But if you want to get really intricate, you can have this bring them to a certain page. So we're going to go ahead and link it to the funnel, which is the funnel test, which is the course. And we want it to go to their course dashboard. So when they log in, it will bring them to the course dashboard. And that's all you have to do there. Okay, now let's move on to the next step. Okay, now let's head back to our builder and we're going to set access to these funnel pages. So that way, the people that purchases this course are the only ones that can see it. And in order to do that, you're just going to go back to your funnel, go to the funnel dashboard, and here, after they've checked out and everything, you don't want to set this one to it. You don't want to set your checkout to it. You want to start it after the thank you page and the course login and everything like that. These are the pages that you don't want people that didn't purchase the course, you don't want them to be able to see. When someone purchases and gets put into that member group, they'll be the only ones that can see it, and that this is how you specify. So go ahead and click the little gear icon, click show settings, and then here under page access, you're going to click members only, and you're going to choose the test group. So now when someone tries to land on this page that isn't logged in or hasn't purchased this course, they will see a login. So if they do have a course, or they did purchase it, all they have to do is log in and they can see it. If they didn't, they would have to go purchase the course in order to see it. So go ahead and do that for all the different pages here. So go on to each one, click show settings, click page access, click members only, and click test. And that's how you will do that. Okay, let's move on to the next step. All right, so I quickly want to show you, because you may be wondering how to link to this course and how to link to this actual funnel and to the sales page for people to actually purchase it. So if we were to go to our main home page, and let's say we wanted to add a link to this sales page from here, let's say this is the button to the sales page. Go ahead and click on the button, click edit link, click funnel, and then we're going to choose the funnel that we're going to link to, which is in this case test and sales page. For the funnel step, that's the step we want to bring them to. Click select, and that will be the page that they go to. So that's as easy as it is. All you have to do is do that to be able to link to your funnel. All right, now that we've done everything, I want to go through the flow of purchasing this course and what it would look like for someone purchasing your course, just to show you how it kind of goes. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so let's pretend that we're someone that's about to purchase your course. Let's just kind of go through the flow of purchasing and where it brings them to show you how it'll bring them to the dashboard page and all the pages that you specified. So we'll go back to our funnel to grab the URL, and we'll go to the sales page because that's the URL where they're going to log into. And as I said, they can log in through this as well, but I'll show you how to do that in a second. I just want to show you what it would be like if someone were to come to your sales page and click enroll now, what that would look like. So we will grab the URL, which is pretty-co/test. We will open up a private window, pretty-co/test. And that brings us to this page. We'll click enroll now. Okay, we're on the checkout page. Let's go ahead and enter this information here so we can see the flow of everything. As you can see, it's free, so there's no payment required in this instance. We will click complete order, and now it brought us to the next step, which is the thank you page. When we click log into course, we will enter that information that we just created, and we will log in. And now it brought us to the course dashboard. As you can see, click start now. It'll bring us to module 1. We could, if this is linked up, it'll bring us to lesson 1 and however you specified. But that's it. That's all that you got to see here. Module 1 or module 2 brings us to module 2, module 3, and so on, however you specified. Okay, now let's see what it looks like when you log in through this way. Okay, so if someone came back to your site, they were logged out, they weren't going through the flow again, obviously, and they wanted to log in, they could easily just log in by clicking login. It will bring them to that default login page that I showed you how to edit, and we'll just enter that information that we just created. And because we specified that we wanted this to bring them to the course dashboard, that is where it will bring them to when they log in. Brought us to the course dashboard, and there's that. But if you were to not specify it, or you wanted him to bring them to a different main page, maybe you made a main page where it has more information and it's not necessarily about this one course, all they have to do is click here in my profile, and you can click my membership, and now you see here that that course is here. So if they were to click view on my membership, it would bring them to their course dashboard. And that's how you would do that. All right, guys, I hope this helped you understand how to build courses on Pretty Dashboard. It can seem daunting at first, but once you've done it once or twice, it's really super simple, and it saves you so much money than having to get a different course platform from your website and have to connect it all and all of that, because everything is in one place on Pretty Dashboard, which is super nice. So once you understand how to set it up, it's super easy, and it just saves a lot in the long run. If you need any help at all, do not hesitate to reach out at hello@pretty-co or on Instagram @prettydashboard. My name's Steven, and I'm definitely here to help you. If you've never used Pretty Dashboard before, or you've been thinking about it, you can always sign up for a 14-day free trial by just clicking this link here. It will give you an account by just entering your name and email. You do not have to enter your credit card information at all, and you can start building your website or trying to build a course using this tutorial and see how that works for you. And if you like it, all you have to do is pay when you're ready to launch your site. So no commitment there, and I can't wait to see what you guys create. All right, until next time.